This is a series of films that tells the history of contemporary fashion photography as seen through the eyes of models. You've worked with Avedon, you worked with Penn, you worked with Mizell, the kind of greats of photography. Was it very different? Are they very different working with Penn? Yeah.
Oh my God.
Tell me about your session with Penn.
He was amazing.
In what way?
Well, we did these nudes.
Yeah.
And then when I went back, like, I don't know, 7 years later, he said, oh, it's been such a long time. I've had this print waiting for you. And he gave me a platinum print of the nude that I'd done with him. Yeah. He was like, I've been waiting for you to come back to the studio. And I was just like, oh, it was just so, you know, like when they're just not a disappointment in any way, like Avedon wasn't and Bailey wasn't. Like you hear all these stories and they're exactly as you dreamed they would be.
Yeah.
That's, well, I mean, they were like that. At Avedon, we had such laugh. 10 days. Oh, we laughed and laughed and laughed.
What was the job?
Versace.
Right. Or was it just you, or was it you and other girls?
No, me, just me. I mean, I did Versace with him before, but then we did the one that was just me.
Yeah.
Oh, God, we had so much fun.
And tell me why. Tell me what
well, he just really got into it, and he was like, you know, Kate, if I had known you in the 60s. And he got all really flirty and kind of like, you know, he's like, he was quite old then, but he was jumping around, he was jumping in the picture, and he was going full down, and Joe McKenna was like, no, look like a boy, and it was just fun. Yeah. Yeah. It was just very Avedon, and then every day he'd bring in a book that he'd done and sign it for me. And it's like, he was just really fun.
Yeah. And Newton, did you ever work with Newton?
I worked with Newton once, and he didn't really like me that much.
No, you're not very Newton-y.
It was for Saint Laurent.
Right.
One of the pictures is in that big book.
Right.
And I'm a waif.
Right.
I was still like really, I mean, you know, in that kind of context, I was still 18 or something, and they put more accessories on than I probably weighed.
Yeah.
But the picture, I loved the picture in the book.
And tell me a little bit what it's like working for a Newton picture.
Well, you always know there's a sexual undercurrent, always.
And how
I knew that.
Yeah.
I just knew that because you know.
But that's in the role that you're playing, or in his relationship to you?
No, in the role I'm playing.
Yeah. So, just want to push you a bit more on that. So how does that manifest itself as you're working?
Just think about it.
Right. So it's back to the actress thing.
Yeah.
Back to the character thing. Mm. And with Avedon?
It's just more fun, more portrait, more kind of like everything that you...
Yeah.
I don't know, it's just... you know, you think about every... I mean, I used to think like every Avedon picture I've ever seen.
Yeah.
But then when you go on set with him, it's always completely different. So, but you still feel that. But he'd tell stories, and oh gosh, I mean, the stories were so funny. Like when he did that picture of, you know, Wallace Simpson, and and he ran over the dog.
That's the dog story.
Yeah. I mean, he would tell those, and he would tell all these like.
Yeah. I mean, I always think when I look at his pictures, they're electric.
Did you meet him?
No, I never met him. So as a photographer, you don't get to meet many other photographers. So I said why I started SHOWstudio was a bit to rectify that.
Because Tim assisted Penn.
Yes. Or was it Penn who assisted?
And Avedon, I think. I have good memory. I have good experiences with them.
So let's go back to this a bit. So I won't talk about that one. I'm going to go back up here. Oh, that's what I want to talk about.
Oh, Peter Lindbergh, I love him.
He's another
ledge.
Yeah.
He's a legend. Because he did all those pictures that when I was younger, you know, and he did those pictures of Linda.
Yeah.
And all those kind of major, I mean, I loved his photographs. And then when I worked with him, he's so like that cuddly kind of just lovely guy. There's no ego, like, not like those...
Yeah.
Not like those kind of, you know, not like, you know, but still that kind of... And I knew that that's what he was into. Yeah. When I did that picture, I remember.
He gets a real, seems to get. So again, researching into this, I looked through a lot of his work, and there's always a sort of a soul in what he does, and the women he portrays, that you feel them as women.
Yeah,
you
feel he loves
very
women.
Depth to them.
He loves women, and but not in a weird, sexy way. Yeah. He's not a lech in any way whatsoever.
No,
he's just like, he loves the woman as the woman, you know.
But that's what comes across in the pictures.
Yeah.
That they're very The women in this picture seem to have a lot of depth to their character. You know, he brings out a kind of very sort of.
I love that picture. It's so nice, isn't it? But when I remember,
a long time ago, though. It's when
it's
in your
really
first book.
long time ago. But I remember when I was doing it, I remember thinking, this is a Lindbergh picture.
Yeah.
It's a classic Lindbergh picture.
Yeah. So, is there a photograph that you haven't had taken of you yet that you want to take?
Yeah, of course, loads.
Okay, can I name a couple of them?
Is there a photographer?
No, not a photographer, a photograph.
I can't. What do you mean? I don't.
Do you ever think, I wish somebody had photographed me like this person, or I wish somebody had photographed me in this way?
No.
Because if I came to say, so I've got a really good idea, I'm going to do you as a rock chick from 19, it's like. But is there a person, taking the modelling's a bit like acting, yeah.
No,
is there
a role that
is there a role that you haven't been cast in yet that you want to be cast in?
No, but I'm sure there's definitely roles I haven't been cast in.
I'm sure there is. I just wondered if you ever sort of yearned to be.
Not
why doesn't anybody
to
ever
do
make
that.
me? You know, like some actresses
No,
think,
because
well,
when I did the shoot with Daria, when I showed you the shoot with Daria, she was like, oh, nobody's ever photographed me like this, because I did her as like a proper rock chick.
Yeah.
Like stoned. Like, and everyone does her like, oh, because she's so beautiful, she doesn't need makeup or anything. She's like, it was so fresh faced, and she's like, oh, it's heaven.
Yeah, but see, that's a role.
Because she got a character, and she's never really had, and nobody does that because she's so beautiful how she is.
Yeah, but is there somebody? There's not somebody, some vision that you want to explore that you're thinking of? You know, is it because your portrays a lot of different people. Go back through the history of the body of your work. Your portrays a lot of different people from a whole range of different characters. Nobody that you're thinking.
It's not my job to do that, though.
I was actually just trying to crib. So next time I go, oh, Kate, I've got this really good idea.
Yeah.